more. Like. If no, then I will allow Terrace to start first. You can share your screen, bro.
Okay, well, right. Share screen.
Bottom green button.
Right, can you guys see me now? Can you guys see my screen now?
Yep.
I can see you, bro.
Oh, okay. What about my screen?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yes. Okay, everybody say yes, bro. We can
Okay. Okay, so let's go with euro dollar first because it's something I've been monitoring for quite a while already. Right, so starting from the daily time frame, as you guys can see that the previous daily close, which is last year already, is very strong bullish, and I've been monitoring this key level for quite a while. And if I'm not wrong, I did send it to the group chat also. So based on dropping down into the forward time frame, I honestly saying I do think that once we got a break of this resistance, we can definitely see the price got very strong impulsive movement, which will actually give us around 50 pips. So we have to see how the price react during the ADP and NFP this coming week. Overall, my bias is very bullish, not bearish at the moment. I think this is pretty clear and direct because this range is just way too fresh already. So, yep. Going to Euro AUD. So, once price step into 1.5565653, there's a very strong rejection. So I consider here also another support. And based on the current momentum, it's actually quite bullish for intraday because we have got, I consider this as a higher time frame double bottom, but then overall my bias is still bullish once we got this break of this current resistance, and TP1 will set here. So the reason why TP1 is set at 1.57467 is because due to this kind of reversal movement, or consider it as a rejection movement. So I think euro dollar is also very clear because this is actually considered for me a very fresh range as well. But then Aussie dollar is actually kind of tricky. Is because if you look at the weekly time frame, we are still in very strong bearish downtrend. But then if you look into daily time frame, we are in bullish trend. But however, I still consider for long-term wise is very bearish, but for short-term wise is bullish. So I'm expecting this kind of scenario to play out. Once the price tap over here and a continuation to the downside. But however, we still have to react how the price move first after the NFP. But then for now, once we got a break of this resistance, we can definitely expect price move to the upside. But however, for now, I will still think that price will consider forming a build up. This is, I consider my own strategy. Basically, the price is going to ranging for quite a moment. Only then we'll have very strong impulsive movement to the upside, and then tap this area, and then a continuation to the downside. But if let's say this scenario did not play out, I want a break of the current support at this area, which is at 0.72070, and then only then I will might consider to go for short, and then the TP was set at this area, which will also give us around, consider 80 pips. But then overall, I'm still, for short-term wise, I consider it bullish, but for long-term wise, it's bearish. Yeah, so For DXY, this is something I try for the very first time. So overall, I consider DXY is kind of bearish. This is weekly time frame. So it's because once I consider this as a double top or maybe strong rejection. As you guys can see that last week the price closed below for the past previous week low, and then once we get this break at 95.6, I do think that there is some short-term bearish, or also we can consider this as a retracement to the price retest here and then a continuation to the upside. But however, if you drop into daily time frame, I still think that DXY also kind of short-term bearish, because this is more like a sign of exhaustion for me. So honestly saying, I do think the price will drop down and then continuation to the upside. Yeah, this is my view for DXY, because this is the way how I look at the market. But then long-term wise, we might be kind of bullish, but short-term wise is bearish. But I have to add on one thing, is that I don't use DXY as a confluence to enter any other trade. I trade each trade individually. And then, so USD JPY requested by Moonfire, if I'm not wrong. There's a very higher time frame resistance. This is weekly time frame at 115.48. So honestly saying, I'm kind of bullish for this pair, but then if you drop into 4-hour time frame, it's pretty tricky for me. So the reason being is because this kind of formation is not something I really like when I see it forms in uptrend or downtrend. It's more like a sign of reversal is coming to me. But however, I do not trade USD JPY that much. So back to the way of how I'm going to trade is that I want to see a break of current support at 114.66. Sorry, 114.671, or a break of higher time frame resistance, which is at 115.518. But however, keep in mind this resistance is at weekly resistance. So overall, bullish, but nothing is confirmed for now. And also keep in mind that, as you can see, the weekly candle form at USD JPY now is kind of like form of a top wick and then a continuation to the downside. So if you want to scout for this pairing, I wouldn't recommend, because it is not impulsive, as I know I might be wrong, but then everything we will have to wait until NFP come out first. And then for USD CAD, for USD CAD, overall strong bearish. The reason being is because we are at a very strong resistance, which is 1.29177. You can consider this as a triple top, 1, 2, 3, but I don't use this kind of formation as a confluence. But then the reason why I'm still very bearish for USD CAD is because you look at the way how this weekly candle form, very bearish, and then for current weekly candle there is no bottom wick yet, so we just might wake up and then a continuation to the downside. So let's go to daily time frame. As here is one support we have to consider, which is also considered as weekly support, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, weekly support. And then as mentioned, strong bearish, not going to change yet. So once we get a break of this support zone, we can definitely see how the price react or reach our TP at this, which will give us around another 100 pips. So the reason being why TP is set at here, excuse me, is because the daily time frame is kind of like quite clean for me, but then the area of concern is 1.25 at 69. But then if you look into the 4-hour time frame, we might have this kind of scenario playing out. And then a continuation to the downside. So you also traders have to keep in mind at this area of concern, because the reason why there's a rejection, I will have how do I say that? I will be more cautious when the price is entering the area. But overall, I'm still very bearish. It's just that this setup will have to play out for quite a while, I think. And then let's go to GPB, JPY. So pound yen. Obviously, we got bullish momentum, and then I don't see any sense of exhaustion just yet. So I'll just place an area of support now at 154.400, and then dropping down into 4-hour time frame. As mentioned just now, I don't like this kind of formation, right? Because it feels like a trend reversal for me, or maybe loss of momentum. But then for me to go along, I will just wait for another break of this high. And for me to go short, no, I won't go short yet, because the trend is still very bullish. So for GBP, JPY, I will just stay away first and monitor. Maybe we can have some intraday scalp next week, or maybe this week just before ADP or NFP. Nothing much for GBP, JPY, and then for GBP, USD. GBP, USD, I think I did send an analysis or forecast into the private group, and then the bias remain unchanged. I'm still very bullish. It's just that if you guys want to add on another position, you just have to wait for another break of this current high. But however, we got ADP and NFP this week, so honestly saying, nothing much for me to say. And then it's the same thing again. This kind of formation is coming up again. It just feels like pound dollar is also losing strength. So honestly saying, there's nothing much for me to say, because there's no quality setup for now. And I will focus more on Euro USD and also Euro AUD. Yeah, that's all from me.
So guys, any question, guys? I saw gold dropping.
Oh.
Gold sudden drop. Any news? Hey, today bank holiday we.
This week a lot of bank holiday.
Maybe they're prepared to do something else.
So bro, no news, nothing, bro. Just drop. But still a good drop, because if we check back this morning, let me go through this morning. 1 second. This morning I've talked about this. What is it? Yeah, 1813 to 1817 will be a good entry zone. Okay, maybe I can screenshot for you guys. You guys can see, right? My entire screen. So 1813. So maybe we just start off with this go first. Okay, obviously here, I think we can entry here. Maybe now we can do the setup. 1813 and then SL to be safe lah, below 1800.
But bro, one more question. When you see into the daily chart on gold, that it's like trying to engulf,
Yep.
trying.
Yep. So it depends on you guys want to enter today or not, because we are still early. Today is still Monday. And then you guys know my pattern, and we don't trade Monday, we wait for confirmation, or maybe wait for Tuesday or the mid of the week. So it's maybe if you guys want to trade, just try small lot. Okay, you can test buy for gold based on what we see. The chance is here. Okay, you see price retesting this H4 EMA 21 and also my MA 10. Then this one is the confluence zone based on previous resistance. See, so we turn off first. Okay, you see, look at here. That's the zone. Use this here. This one force break. Then this one clean break. Retest. So no news, no nothing. Price suddenly drop. So we can try, no problem. And then
you can see actually the volume,
volume. I don't see volume, bro. I don't see volume. Purely
you see the daily chart volume is suddenly spike up. Suddenly.
So yep, we can try. Okay, we can try. And then for the TP, for the time being, I will just set at 1837 zone. So the risk will be about 1.65. So this one is for gold. Suddenly we have some movement here. Okay, so any question for gold? 1.5 stated. USD Japan also start dropping. USD Japan, is it? My list. My list. Bro, this one like so weird way. Usually gold drop, and then Japanese yen should be dropping also. I mean, yen will be dropping, which means USD Japanese should be going up, right? Because gold is correlated to Japanese yen. But this time is quite different because Japanese yen is getting stronger while gold is getting weak. Okay, so if no question, then I will just move on to our first major crypto pair. By the way, Terence, if you have time right now, you can do some notes for this. Just now you covered all those pairing, and then you send to me later, so I can upload to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay, so this one I can send to you first because I did some notes just now. So maybe you can do some changes. Okay, so moving on to crypto. First one will be Bitcoin, and then just now I saw Andy request for YFI, so I will cover the last one for our YFI. So first one, Bitcoin. Bitcoin looking into weekly. We do big time frame to smaller time frame breakdown as usual. And what I see here is that, like I shared in my our private group, see the overall trend is actually coming down, and then we are having a December sideways market, and then overall for this whole trend, okay, there's only two scenarios will happen. Either price continue to break down, okay, it's like continuation of the bearish trend, and then we will be looking at 30,000 zone. Okay, this one is more likely to happen because I think Bitcoin is losing momentum compared to alternative coin. So going into daily, okay, daily black candle, drawings. And then here, yep. See, maybe this one I can show another one. Yeah, this one. Okay, this one is my morning, what I shared this morning. You see, this one is daily chart. You see the trend line since July has already broken since December of 4th, which means early December. So you see, after this flash crash on this 4th of December, right? And then price is actually having a sideways market movement. So the next thing, what I see is that is either price go back up to retest, and then it's either breakout or we just continue back to sideways. So this one sideways is, is time matters until it break or it will make another movement. So for now, I would like to try or test buy since we already, in this consolidation zone for a month. So you see, this one is my current setup. Okay, 2.8 risk reward, and then SL will be above 52,700. This one we will subject to change if there's any sudden bullish momentum came out. If price continue to slowly going into this zone, okay, then we are safe to put our SL around this zone, and then we in hope that price will break below this support 40,000 and then move to our 37,000 TP. Okay, this one is extension target based on this FIB, this previous wave. And for bullish scenario, I think there's only one way it can happen, which means price retest, break, and then retest this upper zone, then came back down and then retest, breakout towards 55. I think that's the highest it can go for now, because overall the trend, we need to respect the trend. So now price is creating a higher low. So if we follow the wave theory, right, there's another saying. You see, this one is like first wave, second wave, and this one is third wave. So imagine right now this one, we consider this as fourth wave. So we are missing a fifth wave towards another lower low. So Bitcoin for me, you guys can note down, is bearish, overall bearish trend. So next, move on to Ethereum, the second king. Same, we go to weekly. You see, weekly, there's something different compared to Bitcoin. You see, if we change, if we side by side compare, 1 second, side by side, color candle, daily chart. Oh, sorry, this one is weekly. So if you look at weekly, you see, if you look at weekly, actually, Ethereum is holding well above, nearing the all-time high. But compared to this Bitcoin on the right, we can see that price already came back down to the previous zone. Now this is the zone, the 40 in between 40 to 50,000 zone. So you see, that's the difference. Bigger red candle, and then this one is more to like dodgy, a lot of dodgy. You see, it's like indecision. So if we use this moving average, price is actually holding on EMA 21 based on weekly. So that's the difference, you see, which means Ethereum still have potential to go higher if there's any bullish momentum present. So this one is for weekly, you see. And then another thing is that you see this one resistant. Right now, this one is like acting as a support. So if you follow our textbooks, right, there's a potential for BP3. Okay, BP3, which means breakout. This one uptrend and then retest, breakout, come back down and retest as support. and then there's another way to go up. So weekly done, digging into daily, no 4 hour, because Ethereum is quite slow. Then open up my drawing. So if we base on technical, okay, there's a small trend line here, and then which is already broken on this 28th of December. So that time we are holding a buy. Still remember 4,000. I mean 3,900. That's our entry. Then we hold for like almost how many days? Yeah, almost like 15 days. So that time price suddenly U-turn, go back down, and then we just stop out at break-even point. That time we was hoping for price to retest one more time around 4,600. So right now price is stuck at this 3,800, this zone. So if you guys would to take risk, right, you guys can actually test sell. You see, as per my morning outlook share on private group, you see 3,500 around this zone. 3,500 will be the crucial support. If we break here, then we are going down to 3,200 area. We use this one as the wave for Fibonacci. So you see golden number is here 3,500. So if there's no bullish momentum present, then we can go lower to 3,200. So from there maybe we can test buy lah. You see, we can test buy for the price to go back up to 4,000 or 4,100. That's the key levels you guys can note down. So in the bigger, I mean in the longer or mid term, right, I still hope to see Ethereum to retest all-time high and at least hit 5,000 before we talk about the entire crypto bearish trend or bearish cycle. So that's my midterm target I hope to see. So if don't play out, then we just just be dynamic and then just adapt what is gonna happen for the upcoming month. So that's all for Ethereum. Short term wise, I'm looking at this confluence zone around 3,500 or 3,300 for a buy limit, and then in the midterm, I hope to see higher high or another all-time high. So Ethereum done. Next will be Atom. Okay, to be honest, Atom, I don't really see this pair. You see, it's not in my list, I think. Let me check. Atom, yeah, here. So Atom, if you guys remember, I get to recall some of the, what I shared earlier. I think it's based on last 2 months or last month ago. We talked about, I mean, I slightly go through Atom because someone asked. So that time, I think this is the previous drawing. See, around December that time, or maybe around November end. So that time, I think someone asked me the question, what is the good entry zone for Atom? So that time I given out this 23 zone. So that time I set the SL at 16.7, and then surprisingly I didn't trade this. I didn't take this trade, but it actually eventually played out. You see, it hit our buy limit at 23 and then hit our TP at 31. So after hitting this zone, price actually retest. You see, this trend line is last time I drawn, last time I drawn here, and then price actually retest and then continuation. So it's quite surprising because price just play out what I shared on November. So right now the overall trend, I mean the overall outlook for me is that because the price is very bullish. You see, if you look at color candle, see there's a lot of green candle, and then today there's another how many percent? Another 10% upside movement. So if we zoom out a bit, you see, maybe we zoom out to 3 days chart, clean chart. You see, this one is like price use like how many days? 48 days to slowly go down, and then it just used like 2 weeks. Yeah, less than 2 weeks for the price to reclaim and go up like 80%. So we all know that Atom, I think fundamentally they did something also, right? Who suggested Atom? Let me see. Oh, Dominic, you want to share us fundamental part or not? Because to be honest, I didn't follow their news, but I somehow I think they say something on this Atom. They roll out something, is it? Not sure on fundamental. Okay. Okay, no worries, bro. Just giving a try. So if we look at technical part, the chances for Atom to retest, we don't talk about 42 lah. Maybe 40 is the first layer of area of interest. So if price able to break this zone 40, okay, maybe I just use this to draw 40. See, 40 is the key level. So if price able to break here, and then if price go to respect our FIBO, then we are looking like something like this. But taking Atom market cap in where is it? Market cap. 1 second. This one I need to do some calculation, bro. Atom. So Atom right now is at 25th. Based on market cap is about 8.6 billion. So for example, if price would to go up to 54, there will be another 44%. So if you use calculator 1.44 times 8.6 billion, there will be 12 billion. So if 12 billion, it will get up to 17, which means top 20 lah, top 20. So I think it's possible. I think it's possible. So Dominic says not sure on fundamental. Any retest on 31 to 32 zone, good fight for spot. If you ask me about spot, right? I think will be, let me check. 32. Where is it? 32, 31. So which means you hope that price will pull back 18% first for us to re-entry. So if we look at here, maybe I use this zone. I think not really possible for price to retest 31. Only, bro, only Bitcoin start to drop, and then Atom might just quickly retest. Okay, maybe I can show you what I mean here. So it's like something like this, like super fast drop, hit 31, and then go back up, consolidate around here, and then boom, upside. So if you say you want to try get spot, right, you can actually put some orders around this. So maybe you can put the year like 33 and also 31 around this zone, and then in hope that we can go higher. But I think if for me, I won't go for spot. It will be better that we use futures to trade. Okay, Toffer say Atom use Cosmos Network new DeFi project. Okay, maybe later after this, I will go and do some research. So Atom recap. If you want to test buy or re-entry, we can try to set some buy over 30 to 33 zone, and then target. Maybe you guys can set around this. First line will be 40 first. Once we break 40, then we can talk about like 43, 47, and then 54. Okay. So Atom overall very bullish based on what I heard. Okay, fundamentally. And then next, Phantom. Phantom, I also saw some news in regards that they work on something with Solana. Is it? Any of you guys can verify this news now? Okay, Phantom, let's say weekly color candle. So you see that time when price retest 1.3, and then price suddenly go up like almost 90% within 3 weeks, and then we can clearly see that they already flipped this zone as resistance and become support. Okay, so weekly wise, price action very bullish. Then going into daily non-color candle, clean chart. So see Phantom that time, I think around October, I did trade some Phantom, and then after that, when price hit all-time high at 3.4, I stopped trading this pair and stopped looking at it. So if we use simple analysis, a very simple one. Okay, this one double top, and then after that, price did a quick how long here? It's like 40 days of downtrend. You see 1, 2, 3, and then here bottom. This one totally clean chart because I clear everything. Okay, so you see right now price is getting to the previous resistance 2.67 zone. So same, I think overall is the price action is quite similar to Atom if you guys realize. So if happen that price would to get rejected over this resistance, we can look for a buy around 2.1, I mean 2.1 to 2.2, this zone, you see around this zone. See, and then in hope for a head and shoulder. Okay, this one I just saw, see. So price more likely can, you know, retest 3, not to this all-time high, but I'm looking at 3 if price would to retest or the previous resistance. Okay, just now Dominic mentioned because I see 32 fault retest breakout, so I hope to enter back during the retest as support, but price look too far at 32. Sorry, let me go back to Atom again. So Phantom, before I move back to Atom, talking about Phantom, you guys have any question or not? You guys can note down first, okay? Phantom is having similar price action to Atom. So we can try to look at this zone if price look to retest back here. If not, we can only use, you know, like fib level to see 2.96. That's why we don't use whole number we just set at this. I mean, if you were to buy here or you already holding a trade, so the next zone you can look it as 2.97. So if price really would to retest all-time high, I don't think so, because that's why I see price will not retest all-time high again. So maybe you guys can be conservative around this zone. Okay, so let's move back to Atom. Just now we saw okay, just now Dominic mentioned 32 is fault retest. 32 is fault retest. Okay. So bro, correct me if I'm wrong. You are mentioned this top, is it? Okay. So if we use back our our strategy, right? This one is actually a break. A break, you see, retest, and then fault, retest, breakout. So whenever price breakout, right, we all clearly know that it will retest, just like BP3. This one we can somehow hope that it will play out a BP3, which means price will retest back the previous resistance first, and then V-shape, as I mentioned just now, V-shape, because due to this, people are getting into Atom and also fundamental wise. So yep, V-shape first. If we would to saw this V-shape, right, I think that's a good entry zone. And then if we pull this, if we pull out our setup, so it will be around 30. I mean, to be safe, 32.7. And then our stop loss will be anything below 27. And then target depends on how far you guys want to, hope to see. So maybe we can set 54 first. And then we can take some profit out if we hit these levels. Okay, 47 now. Maybe you guys can note down. 47 is the key level for me. Okay, so Atom done, Phantom done. Another will be Cake. Cake, I think, will be a quick one because Cake is quite slow recently after price hit this 20. See, let me clear my drawings. Okay, so looking at weekly chart. Okay, clean chart. You see, cake is having, you know, not really good price action. Why I say so is because when price stop at this 26, right? You see, this one is like price creating a lower low. If you look at the big picture, price is creating a lower low. Okay, and then from here onwards, there's a lot of red candle, which means price is getting a lot of bearish pressure. And then since December until today, right, price is, you know, become quite stable on this 12 US dollar. And then at the same time, if we look at this zone, is actually our, you know, 10 US dollar is like a critical support, a psychology support for cake. Okay, so you guys can note down the price level and then go into daily. Daily, what I saw here is that I think I did share to you guys I think around early of December. So what I saw that time is this one is a downtrend. You saw or not? This one November all the way until December is a downtrend. So after this downtrend, we are actually consolidation around this zone, which means there's a potential what? Potential BP1. Potential BP1, which means price come down and then consolidate. So there's a chance that price can U-turn, go back up. But what is the key level for us is we use this trend line as a guideline. So the most based on what I see, the most price can go up to around 14 or 15. So which means there's a 19 or 20% potential gain only. Only if you were to enter around 11 or 12, then your risk, I mean your reward will be around 27% or 25%. So nothing much can be, can be seen on this cake, and we need to wait for long term because for cake ecosystem they did not come out anything new, and then at the same time the price action is looking very bearish in the bigger picture. So for the time being, price is more to sideways. That's why I can say more to sideways. And then psychology support is around this green line. Okay, so cake is quite straightforward. I think nothing much here. And the last one will be YFI. Okay, this one I think a lot of you guys make some money here because it's too obvious for us to not trade this pairing. So going into weekly first. Weekly, if you guys stay long enough with us in private group, right? I've been calling out for buy since early of May last year. So that time after price hit this all-time high around 95,000, price eventually lose more than like 70% of its value. So after that, price actually consolidate for like how many months? Freaking 182 days, which means about 5 to 6 months, So after this consolidation, you see the time when December flash crash, price actually follow suit, and we can clearly see that YFI have found its support at 20,000. 20,000 is crucial and also psychology support, because if we look back on 2020 August, you see price eventually finds support here. And then if you look at December of 2020, price did the same thing here, 20,000 as support. So going into 2021, last month, few days ago, last month, the same thing happened here. So we came to a conclusion that YFI is having a very strong support at 20,000. And then I still remember why that time I missed out the early call buy is because that time I went for a trip. Okay, so that time you see around 14 December, price eventually go to the lowest part. That time I did monitor, I want to call out buy that. That's because due to that time was busy, so I missed out the initial impulse wave. So until last week, you know, after this price already hit almost 100%, okay, healthy pullback. You see, healthy pullback to this 28 or 20 30,000 zone. So you see, the whole number 30,000 is also a good support based on what we see over here. So that time we call out a good buy here. You see, 28,800 was a good buy with risk reward of 4.2. This one is so far so good. I say price actually went up to 41.6 thousand today, and then still going strong. You see, color candle we have been having how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 days, 5 days. Today is the 5th of green candle. So obviously, I mean, in conjunction with what I mentioned that day, price is flowing. I mean, money is flowing back to DeFi. So YFI, Aave, and all these CRV, all these sushi, all these coin are, I mean, all these tokens are in the category of DeFi. So I think it's the best time we look back to DeFi right now. You see, like Cosmos, Atom, they're also having the same price action. So compared to majors, you see, it's not moving. You see, Binance, XRP. Even today, I don't talk about XRP at all because I know all the money is flowing back to DeFi. So YFI, clear bullish, and then our TP, I still holding some of the trade towards this 44,000, 44,800 or 700. So if you guys holding any spot, I think it's also a good money. So in long term, this one for long term a bit. You see the price level we are looking at. The next level will be 51,800, and then 54,000. 54,000 is the biggest resistance here because it happens to retest many times previously. So in a longer term, you know, YFI, we all know YFI is a very limited coin. Okay, YFI is if you guys look at this information of this coin, right? YFI total supply is only how many thousand? 36,000 coin only. And then all the coins are already in circulating supply, which means all the coins is already in the market. So if you look at the price, why the price is like so huge, like almost same to Bitcoin? That's the reason, because limited, very limited supply. So another thing that why that time I call out the buy is because we look at this YFI BTC pairing. This one is also a trick. Maybe you guys can start to looking into BTC pair. You see, I actually did one this list for a coin, any coin, X coin versus BTC. So if you guys look at this chart, right, it's also one of the way to detect any potential reversal or any potential setup for the coin that you want to trade. So you see, like CRV also having the same price action. You see, today itself, I mean, the past 24 hours itself, price already moved 10% against BTC. And then if you look at the coin itself, right, you see, 9%. So it's around there. It's around there, the price action. So YFI mid-term to, I mean, short-term to mid-term wise is very bullish because of this reversal, 20,000 reversal, major reversal, we call it major reversal. And then if you look at this daily chart, finally this downtrend already broken after 113 days. So if you use Fibo to do extension, you see 44,800 and 51,800 is the next level that price can go up. And then one last thing before I end is YFI versus Bitcoin. I'm looking at this par value, which means 1-to-1 versus Bitcoin. So if 1-to-1 versus Bitcoin, you see right now Bitcoin is around 47,200, and then YFI right now is 40,000. So if we compare these two charts, is very likely price will hit this level. So you guys just do the maths, okay? So that's all from my side. You guys have any question or not? Any question?
Dollars, I have question.
Um,
Can you hear me?
yeah, bro. Proceed.
Can I? Just a quick one or two questions. The first one is the overall crypto market, right? So for your point of view, is that currently now is considered as altcoin season only, or just DeFi only?
Okay, good question. This one is the first question, right? Second?
Yep. Second question is, have you heard of this coin called High Street?
High Street. Okay. Okay, let's talk about the first question first.
Okay.
Okay, this is very good question. I think I almost want to cover. I almost forget to cover this this important point. Talking about 2022 and also first quarter of 2022. I think the overall game plan will be something it could surprise all of us. You see, people are talking about this. You know, you see, everyone talking about Bitcoin might be starting this bear season, correct or not? And then another thing is that, yes, technically price action chart everything, Bitcoin is on the downside outlook. And then if you look at this fear and greed index, right? You see, everybody is still fear at this current zone. You see, I think, see, fear, extreme fear. Okay. And then second thing is that we can see that money is flowing into not all the altcoin, but certain altcoin. And then if you look at more details, price is actually flowing. I mean, money is actually flowing into DeFi again. So we can you know, we can go into two ways, you know, like we can short Bitcoin at the same time we can go and safely long altcoin, because I think this time market gonna do something really special. It's like, okay, maybe Bitcoin down and then the overall market or maybe altcoin, it won't drop. Okay, that's what I see. You see, and another thing is that we can use this DeFi index or DeFi perpetual index to do this analysis. Okay, so if we look at weekly, right, DeFi, you see, DeFi is actually still holding strong at this upper zone, and then forget that time up, and then this one is like up and down, and then right now you see this part. I think price can go higher, overall can go higher. So yes, right now maybe it's DeFi season. Highly is, I mean, more likely it's DeFi season, but at the same time we can short Bitcoin. You get what I mean or not?
Yes. Because I noticed that like all the major Bitcoins are moving very slow except for DeFi coin.
Yes, so it's like major, not to say we don't focus major, we can still look at major, and then you see like certain coin like Algo, you see also doing very well. See like the whole chart, if you look at this price list, I see like some of the coin they are red, some of the coin is green. See like Luna also.
Oh, Luna.
Phantom also DeFi, right? I remember something to do with DeFi also. Yeah, see, so it's like DeFi season for now. For how long, I don't know. Okay.
Why cake no move?
Okay, cake. You see, if you look at all these DeFi coin, most of them are from Ethereum chain.
Oh.
And then what I see is that, you see, Binance is not performing. We all know that Binance, I mean, Cake and Binance, they both are having a very high correlation. So you see, if today Binance don't move, I don't think Cake will move. Only if they do something with their ecosystem. I don't know, maybe they came out with a very surprising or very positive so-called you know, update or upgrade. So that's the overall outlook for me. Okay, somehow bearish on major for Bitcoin, and then bullish on certain altcoin like DeFi. But so far, I think it's DeFi lah. Money is flowing, obviously flowing to DeFi. And then funny part is that if you guys realize, you see, after I hit day high, if we look at hourly chart, this one is what I see. When YFI start to pull back a bit, another coin start to go up. Funny or not? Is it? Aave also going up. Sushi also going up. So I think CRV, maybe I can cover a bit CRV because I did give out a buy over here. Let me check on our group. Okay, yes, TP done. CRV 6.63 TP done. Okay. So you see, CRV also under DeFi and also decentralized exchange tax. So yep, DeFi season. And then just now, Dominic asked me what is the coin again? The name.
High network.
Okay, high network.
Sorry, high street. Sorry, not high network. High street.
This one, I think I did get some airdrop. High street token. It is under this. Is it under Binance or what?
I'm not sure. I'm studying this coin. I feel that quite potential because they are doing metaverse, and then some sort like there's a money changer inside there where you can swap coin.
Andy stated that it's not under Binance. Okay, why I say Binance is because I did some staking in this Binance platform itself. I stake Binance in Binance platform. Okay, and then almost every day, I get certain portion of high street. And then surprisingly, for just few days, right, I get more than $10 US. Okay, I don't know what is the coin about, but somehow today, coincidentally, you asked me about this coin, so I thought it was like, from Binance or something. So based on what I see here is that category metaverse and then launchpad. This one portfolio, I don't know what is this. And then industry VR and AR.
Yeah. They are doing more on virtual
reality. Okay, and then also Ethereum ecosystem and Solana is like cross-chain. They did some cross-chain stuff.
Yep.
Marketplace, NFT, e-commerce, gaming. So I think the point you mentioned just now is e-commerce, right?
Yep. I mean, like so far, like Mana and all, they don't provide like a money changer inside their virtual land to you can swap your coin and everything.
Okay, which means the idea is somehow quite positive.
Yep. So just wondering, do you know any information on this coin?
Okay, never mind. Maybe this one I will do some research, or maybe I can send to our research team to do some research first. So after this, we will get back to you. Maybe we will do a simple slide on this high street. But so far, based on ranking, if we use typical analysis, ranking 2000 something, there's a chance that price can flip. Because they say the market cap is small, right? Where is the market cap? Oh, market cap very small, bro. 146 million only, bro.
Correct.
So imagine 146 million if you were to go 500, 3 times. This one 400 only, bro. So if 3 times, which means high street can go up to 36. Quite potential. Cool. Wait, 36 already hit, bro, the time.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, interesting. So yeah, bro, you give me some time, then I get back to you.
Okay, can. Thanks, bro.
Okay, high street, not bad.
Regarding this high street, one of my friend is doing investment in this thing one. They got a team in Malaysia also recruiting people to invest, then guarantee return of some certain percentage.
Oh, you mean they do some it's like venture capital, is it? You mean they
correct.
Up? Okay.
Venture capital and like saying that the guarantee like hyper fund like that lah, something like guarantee.
Hyper fund, okay. Cool.
But they have a platform for you to check your high street coin and then what's the value, and then don't know when you can withdraw, you can do referral and all these things.
Okay. But that one, I mean, the information that you provided is confirmed from official high street, or they just come up with something?
Not official high street.
No official high street.
I think they are using high street as a tool.
Okay.
Correct. They use a high street as a tool only.
Okay, cool. Okay, good info, guys. Maybe after this we can, you know, like I can do some research first and then I get back to you guys. Sound like MG. Okay, okay. It's a way, I think it's a way to bring something up. Okay, so going back to our analysis today. So any question more, bro? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Atom, Phantom, Cake, and MiFi, because the time is around 10 p.m. already. So, okay. Toffer talk about Sand. I think I can answer you directly. Right now, the wind is not blowing to this metaverse. It's more to DeFi. See, if you go to metaverse or GameFi, you see stagnant already. See, stagnant already. Money, Sand, see, all stagnant. Mana, stagnant. If you look at, yeah, maybe give another, I don't know, maybe this month we wait for January to end, and then we see what is the price action like, because once everybody done with this DeFi, okay, we'll need to start looking at where is the money going to flow again. Okay, it can be all these innovative coin like Near, Dot, HBAR, or you know, I don't know, XXP, Atom.
Bro, Cardano still got chance.
Okay, Cardano. Okay, this one Cardano, I will just use back the same. Okay, use back the same. What is the call? The same outlook, which is we wait for this. Okay, if technically speaking, we wait for RPB to happen. Okay, RPB pattern, and then another way is that we know ADA is quite surprising all the time. So we just wait for the the sudden price movement. Chances are there, bro, because even if price were to continue go down again, right? If you talk about going down, $1 is the critical support. It's like YFI 20,000. You get what I mean, right?
Yes, correct.
Yeah. So you see, if you were to drop another 26%, I think it's a good buy for us. And then this plan slightly changes. What's the plan? It just changed to RPC or RPD pattern, or either RPC or RPD pattern is possible. Is or not? So either way, we still, we still just follow the plan only. Nothing to worry.
But because based on price action is considered very weak, right?
Consider if you say weak, we cannot say weak because that last week we did saw some bullish price action over here. So this one is like a pullback first, and then we see how the buyer gonna step in. So if the buyer would to step in, right, you see, we just follow our plan. Price will retest 1.7 for sure. And then you see if you go back up to 1.7, it's like 24% only, bro. 24%. I think one day, 2 days can hit, correct or not? I mean, based on price action of all these coins. So I think ADA, no issue. We just need to be patient. And then another thing is that to be honest, I hold a lot of ADA also. After I pour out the buy back on November 1.7, still remember or not?
Yes.
At that time 1.7. So 1.7 actually, if we follow magic number, you see price did actually retest 1.3. So you see 1.3 will be our nearest support. So if 1.3 were to go back up 1.7, so if 1.7 were to continue to go up, then 2.3. We just follow back our our magic number.
Okay, thanks, bro.
Okay, so that's all from my side. So anything you guys can, maybe you guys can feedback back to our private group, or maybe you guys can share your thoughts or your chart works. So that's all for me. And Terence, anything you want to add? Trade safe.
Actually, for pound dollar, I'm actually quite bearish now. And then for euro, AUD, if anyone here caught the move, you just move yourself to break even, because already it's already like floating around 24, 25 pips. Yeah.
Okay, so I will upload this video to YouTube so you guys can refer back. I will add all the notes, I mean the key levels or whatever we discussed in this video, I mean this session, to the description. Okay, so thank you guys. Good night. Thank you, Terence. Thank you.